When my wife first said it, I thought she was joking. We were sitting at dinner with some friends, laughing, drinking, and swapping stories. Then she smirked, looked me dead in the eye, and said, "Well, my ex was better than you in every way." The table erupted with laughter, but my smile froze on my face. She didn't stop there. She kept going. He was taller, stronger, and honestly, he knew how to treat me right. The laughter grew louder. I just sat there, my fork halfway to my mouth, pretending it didn't sting. But it did. It burned through me like acid. That night, I didn't argue. I didn't shout. I just looked at her, gave a short laugh, and moved on. But inside, something broke. You see, my wife had a pattern. She'd belittle me in public, make jokes at my expense, then later claim I was too sensitive. I'd brush it off, thinking marriage was about compromise. But that night, her words stayed with me. The very next day, I decided I wasn't going to be the quiet, forgiving husband anymore. If she wanted to compare me to her ex, then fine. I'd show her what a man who really knew his worth looked like. I started with myself. Gym every morning at 6. I cut out junk food, dropped 25 pounds in 3 months, and built muscle I hadn't seen since college. I upgraded my wardrobe, got a sharper haircut, and even picked up skills I'd always put off learning. My confidence grew, and people noticed. Friends, coworkers, even strangers. Meanwhile, my wife didn't notice at all. She was too busy texting on her phone late at night, leaving for girls' nights that somehow didn't include her actual girlfriends, and becoming more distant by the week. I wasn't stupid. I checked phone records, messages, and it didn't take long to confirm what my gut already knew. She wasn't joking about her ex. She was actually seeing him again. But instead of confronting her right away, I stayed quiet. I let her dig her own grave while I prepared my revenge. Fast forward a month later, another dinner with friends. The same kind of setting where she loved humiliating me. She was glowing, dressed up, laughing at everyone's jokes, probably texting him under the table. Then, as if on cue, she leaned back and said, "You know, my ex could always handle things better. Some men just can't measure up." The table went silent, everyone waiting for me to shrink in embarrassment like I always did. But not this time. I leaned forward, looked straight at her, and smiled. "Funny you should say that," I said calmly, "because while you've been sneaking around with your ex, I've been upgrading my life. And unlike him, or you, I don't settle for leftovers." Her smile dropped. The whole table froze. I pulled my phone out, tapped the screen, and slid it across to her. On it were screenshots, messages between her and her ex, hotel bookings, late-night photos. Every lie, every betrayal exposed in front of her closest friends. She went pale. Tears welled up in her eyes as the weight of what I'd just done hit her. Our friends looked at her in disgust, some shaking their heads, some whispering. She tried to stammer out an excuse, but I cut her off. "You compared me to your ex, remember? Turns out, you're right. He is better. Better at taking trash back into his life. Because from this moment on, you're his problem, not mine." I stood up, tossed a stack of divorce papers I'd been carrying in my bag onto the table, and walked out. The silence behind me was deafening. Later, I heard she broke down crying that night, begging friends to call me, saying she didn't mean it, that it was just a mistake. But for once, I didn't care. I had already moved on. Today, I'm fitter, happier, and dating someone who actually respects me. Someone who doesn't need to compare me to anyone, because she knows my worth. As for my ex-wife, she got exactly what she deserved.